my crafty friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited. I have some time to craft. I showed you probably in my last video the things I had put aside for and pulled out for a lemon journal. But as I was looking through the papers with you, I was so inspired by this paper right here. And besides lemons, it has watermelon and bananas and strawberries on it that I decided to make more of a summer journal, which will involve fruit also, including lemons. I said I didn't know if I was going to do a fabric cover or a hardback cover, like from a book. So I got this book out. It's a very old. I don't have the copyright on it. Here are the pages that were in it with no date. Here is inside of the book. I'm trying to see if there's a date here. It's from a library, it looks like. But again, I don't really see a date. But as you see, the inside has like, it looks like handmade paper here. It's got like specks in it like handmade paper does. And then on the outside, it looks, it just looks like an old book, an old book cover. And it's worn and naturally aged, we'll call it. But I wanted to see what I could do with this. I was going to do it off video, but I thought maybe you would like to see too. Like, can you turn this old book cover into something beautiful, right? So I thought, okay, let's do it together. However it turns out, that's how it'll turn out. And so we're just going to take it one step at a time and see how we do. Figure it out, figure it out together. So I'm going to use that paper I just showed you on the outside of the book right here. It's just so darn pretty. I have to do it. I have to do it. I always say I like color and I like vintage, and so sometimes the two can go together, and sometimes you have more of a modern looking book or journal and cover, and sometimes it comes out very vintagey. It just depends, and I do it all. I don't steer toward just one or the other, so I can't help myself. So I'm kind of gonna mark this and cut it. So I think I'm trying to see, because I want to use this half here for the back. So I'm gonna cut this, I think, in half. So about right here, right next to the. I think I'll just make a slice right there and see how that turns out. And this is for the outside. Let's see, so I do have the branding strip on here. Let me go ahead and cut the branding strip off because the branding strip makes it a little over 12 inches, and this is a 12-inch paper cutter. So then, if I try to cut the other way, this way, it's more than 12 inches. So, and that's what I'm trying to do. So now I just love this branding strip. That's why I left it on here, but I will be using it. There's no hole in the top of it, so I can use this whole thing in, my strips that I sew together, or if I decide to use it in some other way. But it's a real pretty yellow and white gingham, and I didn't cut it straight strip. So let me cut again here, because I see I'm not focusing and concentrating and cutting things crooked already. So let me get a straight cut here. There we go. I didn't have it in the proper spot. Okay, now I think I can do it. I also just put some glue in my new little glue bottle. I got it from Temu, and I got on my video. Was it my last video? Anyway, I said I was really tired of my glitter glue bottle that it came in, and I've been reusing it and refilling it. And I'm just really tired of that nozzle on there and trying to declog that. And I'm sure this one will get clogged too, but we shall see how long it lasts, and at least I'll have a clear nozzle for a while. So I think this is straight. So where's my mark? Right here. Okay, so I'm going to cut right here. Yeah, we're just going to kind of figure this out along the way as far as the cover, and see what it comes out, how it comes out together. Thought you might enjoy that instead of me trying to figure it out off camera and then showing you what I did. so I thought it would be fun too. So this is this paper. When I saw the pink and white background behind the fruit, I was just, oh my goodness, it kind of like blew me away. So this will go. So that's, you know, on the, I kind of covered the one that I used for the sewing journal. I kind of covered that, and with scrapbook paper too. So, you know, kind of a similar thing. I did have a journal topper for that one, and I'm kind of picking this as paper I don't want to cover up. So I'm thinking there's not going to be anything unless I put, there could be something there, or if I see like a journal card or something that would be a good centerpiece in one of these paper pads or collection kits that I showed you, I can picture that happening. I can picture a little something right here that'll be perfect on this piece of paper. So that's what I'm going to keep my eyes open for. So let's go ahead and cut it. We've got the width. Let's cut the length down now. And of course, this piece that we cut off here can be a little pocket or a little journaling card. So all very useful pieces that we're cutting off here. So I'm so excited about this. And then I'm finally doing it, and I'm using one of my old book covers. I think we can make this look brand new. Okay, so yes, it covers the whole thing. I'm kind of looking at the squared off corners here. I kind of would like to round those a little tiny bit. So I'm going to grab my corner rounder, and this is this corner rounder has 3 sizes. And this is the smallest one over here. So I'm just going to round this corner. It just looks too pointy. So it's just a little tiny, see that little tiny rounded corner? It's almost like a rounded point. It is a rounded point, but you know what I mean? It's so small you don't even realize it's a rounded corner. Let's see, I want to make sure I don't do the wrong one. Okay. There we go. I think that's going to look a lot better. Yes, it does. See, it looks pointy, but it's actually rounded. Okay, so, yeah, that is beautiful. All right, it's looking gorgeous already. And so we'll see what all I decide to do here. I have other things in mind that I haven't mentioned to you yet, but I'm just kind of playing it by ear. So let's glue this piece down now. And then we'll do the back. And we'll see how far we get in this video. I'm not in a rush or anything. And we'll just see how it goes. So here's a little string. Before the video, I just cut the spine off, and I was going to do it off video, and I was like, I kind of was like, because I didn't know how, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm like, what if it turns out terrible? I should just do it off video, and then I can, not show it. And I was like, I think it's going to turn out nice, for one thing. I mean, this is beautiful paper, and I think you would like to see it, so here we are. We are doing it together. So I hope you're, whatever you're doing along while you're watching my video, I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I hope if you are feeling great, you still feel great. And if you aren't feeling great for whatever reason, physically, mentally, whatever, that you feel better. And I can at least take your mind off of whatever's bothering you for a little while you're watching my video. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I just, I think it helps everybody watching and doing the videos to just have some happy moments in their life, and take their mind off of things. So let's do it. All right, so now if I can get this on here straight, that would be awesome. All right, I'll get it right up at the top here and right over to the side here like we had it when it was not being glued down. Okay, yep, that looks good. That looks good. Move it around while I still can. Yep, I think it looks good. Okay. There's a little bit of the top. Look, this is the original top here. And this is its side. The bottom just looks like it has a little extra sliver there. So I think I need to cut that off. Like I said, we're just playing it by ear. And I could leave it, but it could get messed up. You know what I mean? It could get tattered down there because it's just sticking out over the bottom hard part of the cover. So I don't want it to get tattered, so I'm going to cut it off. Just a little sliver like that, that's all it was, sticking over the bottom. So this helps me to see where my outside corners are with me, since I rounded those corners. Little strings from the original cover there, just kind of, there's a little bit of the spine piece there. I'm going to cut that off. I can't find my other scissors. I don't know. I might have taken them in the other room to use them, but anyway, I got these other scissors today, and they're actually better than my ones I usually have in here. So, nice sharp pair of scissors I've got here today. All right, so, oh, that is, I have to say, that's awfully pretty. You know I like it pretty. Okay, so this is the back, and it goes like this. So, and this goes like this. Okay, where's that paper? Let's do the back now. And we will cut a piece. So you can tell which way this goes because these little oranges have the leaves on the top. Otherwise, it would almost be non-directional, but the oranges definitely have a up and a down. So that's how I'm also remembering which way this goes. Now the back's a little bit more tattered than the front, but it'll all be, it just has a little spot right here, but I'll be all glued down when I glue the paper, and this will be all like smushed down. So let's cut our piece for this. So we're going to cut here. Yeah, let's see if I can get this one perfect. I don't know how I got that one a sliver too long. Better to be a sliver too long than a sliver too short though, right? Okay, so I got it right next to the top and I can see it. And then here's my bottom where I'll cut, and here's my side where I will cut. Let me look at the side one, make sure I like that. Let me make another mark down here. Maybe in the middle, maybe on the bottom. It's just the side here is a little soft, well, it's just a little, it's worn, so it's like I can push in. I want to make sure I'm not making it too short. So there's my 3 marks there. So if those all line up, we'll be on the right track. We will be on the right track. Okay. Yep, they're all beside my little mark, my little piece here. This plastic piece, they're all right beside that, so it looks like they all line up there. So I've got it straight on the top, so let me just make sure. All right, I think it's right. I don't know if I have another one, so I want to make sure. I don't think I saw 2 of these in there, so I want to make sure it's right. Of course, there could be another one, but I don't know. I don't remember seeing 2 of them. So I kind of want to make sure this one, I'm cutting it right. Okay, so lined up. It doesn't seem like it's straight. All right. Okay. I'm cutting it there, and I'm going to hope for the best. Okay, let's see how we did. It looks like I might have a sliver too much again in the length, but I'd rather have, like I said, a sliver too much than a sliver too small. And this is it goes like this. Here's the inside, outside. So this is the outside corners here. So again, I'm going to round those with my smallest corner rounder piece right here. Make sure I did that right. Yeah, that looks good. Yes, ma'am, that looks good. Okay, now some of our glue. I'm going to love using that little glue bottle, I think, if it works. So we'll find out at some point when I use it. Okay, so this is where that little tattered part is. I'm going to put some extra glue around there. Maybe under this piece here. Get that all glued back down, and then it'll be smushed down with this paper, the scrapbook paper. Looks like they had some tape over the spine there. I don't know if that's the original spine or if that's some tape somebody put on there, but it's not coming off. So maybe it's the original spine. Whatever it is, it's being covered up. So, yeah, I really do want to use all of those book covers in my closet that I've shown you. If you haven't seen them, I have a stack of book covers I'm trying to use up in my closet, and this was one of them. And it was one that's not particularly, like, I could have made a journal out of it and just left it like it is, but I sell my journal, I sell my journals. I don't need any for my personal self right now. And so, if nobody's going to buy it in that original state, then it doesn't do me any good to make a journal out of a cover that no one's going to buy, right? Nobody's going to want it because it's, if somebody, it's going to, either nobody's going to want it or it's going to sit in my shop for a long time until the perfect person comes along. So I want to make something that somebody's going to want, right? So, yeah. So I have to keep that in mind. I can't just, but I do, I do keep in mind too, like, what really motivates me is that, I think I cut off my corner here, but that'll be all right. So everything's flat here. Oh, I keep in mind, like, I have to, it's like I have to want to make the journal. I don't make a journal like because, I have to do this. Like, I feel like I have to do it. I want to do it. You know what I mean? It makes a difference if you have to do it or you want to do it. Because you're really excited about something you want to do. But then if you feel like you have to do it, it's like, oh, well, I have to do this. Let's get it done type of thing. You know what I mean? Whereas if you want to do it, it's like, oh my goodness, it's so exciting. I can't wait to do this type of thing. Okay, so here we go. We're getting there. Here it is so far. Front, back. If you like colorful. It's really not bright colors if you don't like bright colors, but it's going to be summer. It's going to be a summer journal. I'm just cutting off these strings even though I don't have to. I'm going to make a new spine. Okay, so now, let's see. So I'm going to make a new spine. Then I'm going to, after I make the spine, then I'm going to put paper, then I'm going to put fabric. So I think I need to make the spine next. So just one second. Okay, I'm back and I have made my new spine. I didn't make it on video because I did the last one on video for, I think, Raggedy Ann, wasn't it? So I thought, well, I don't really need to do this one. You know how I do it. I did it the same way as I did Raggedy Ann. So there you go. It is here. I made sure that my oranges were upright. So good to go. Whoops, goes this way. We haven't done the inside yet. This is the outside. And so got my new spine on here. And so now I'm ready to add some fabric. And so I, wanted to use my lemony fabrics I have. So I looked at this one. And this one would work. But as I was doing this, see, I could do this one. It would be all right. It would be pretty. It would look like this. It would be pretty. It would be okay. It would be, and if I didn't have anything else, I might use that, or I might not. I don't know. I might look for something else, because I don't think it's well, I'll tell you, as I was doing this, another fabric that I have popped into my head. I was like, one track mind at that point. There's no way anything else is going to work because this other fabric popped in my head. So I got it out and I cut a strip off of it, and it's right here. Yep, it looks like a beautiful green and white checkered or gingham type it's like a tablecloth material, like a thick kind of fabric, like almost like upholstery fabric. But I picture it. I guess it could have been a curtain. I don't know. I don't think it was anything when I found it at the thrift store. It was just a bunch of fabric, but somebody could have been making curtains or a tablecloth or something out of it and gave their extra to the thrift store, which was a lot of extra. Apparently, they bought too much fabric or something. I don't know, unless it was from a factory or something. But anyway, I have enough for my spine here. And this is how it's going to look. A nice little green base there. So we're gonna glue this on. First, though, before I glue this on, I have that ready because it popped in my head, so I got it ready. But okay, let me turn this up right. Orange is up. I'm gonna have to keep saying that to myself. I haven't figured out the inside piece of paper, and I like to put my fabric over my paper a little bit. So this is the paper pad where is this where I got, yeah, this is, no, where did I get the, yeah, I got it out of here, this pink, this one for the front cover. Got it, see, here it is right here. So, and we're going to have green on the, I was kind of picturing, but these are double-sided. So I think I'll save these for the inside, the double-sided ones, and I'll look in here for one for the inside. So it can have fruit on it or not. It can just be coordinating. So like this would go. I'm already picturing one though, so let me find the one I'm picturing. Oh, I did have another one. There you go. So if I missed that one, oh, I had two more. Okay, good. I wasn't sure. And I could put the same one inside, but I don't want to. I want to put something different and coordinating on the inside. I think that would be fun and pretty. So I could put something solid, but that's not the one I'm picturing. So let me see if I can find it. I don't think I've used this paper pad before, so it should be in here. I think you're gonna like it. If it's, hopefully it's in here. Where is it? How about, here it is, this one. You know I love color. Oh, you know what else would be pretty is this one. But you know what would be pretty if I use this and this together on another journal. That would be pretty, wouldn't it? And this has all the colors, like all the colors of the front, but in a different form. That's why this one would be perfect for the inside of this journal. So, yes. Oh, look at the beautiful branding strip on this one. Let's cut that off and make our inside cover. Kind of trying to go a little quick so this video doesn't get too long, but I would like to finish putting the paper in here before we end and the fabric on. And then we can really get an idea of what the cover's gonna, you know, the cover will really be shaping up and we'll get a good idea of what it's gonna look like. So, and the stripes would go like this. That's what I'm picturing. See, there's all the colors in here. Green, red, yellow, pink, blue. No blue on here, but there's a blue stripe in there. Anyway, try to make sure this tape is all down. Okay, so this is the inside paper. We need to cut 2 pieces. So let's make quick work of the inside here. Right up to, usually when I do the inside of a cover, I will, and oh, this actually looks good, even though it's a very worn cover. It still looks good with a little bit of it peeking out here. So, yep, I was thinking I was gonna have to put it right up to the top to cover up that old, but I don't think I do. I think it's okay. Okay, so it's going to be about, I'm going to cut this, I'll make sure it's long enough. So about right there. Let me see if that looks good for the other side too. I don't want it to be like long enough on one side and too short for the other. Yeah, I think it's actually going to be too long for the other side because they might not have made this perfectly even, the paper they put in here. so yeah, we're gonna go with this, what I have here though. And we can put pockets and things in here later too. I won't be afraid to cover this up with a pocket for later. So we'll have some little pockets on top of this. And the fabric. Oh, you know, I didn't think about the fabric on the inside, but this has to have the green and white in here. Let me see what it's going to look like real quick. How will it look? It'll look like that. Yeah, I like it. I know if you're not used to mixing patterns, you might be like, wait, going, whoa. But I could see that will go. Believe it or not, if you didn't see it, if you didn't think it would go, it will. It will. You can mix patterns, and it just depends on what they are. Sometimes, you know, if it just looks good to me. So believe me, if it didn't look good, I wouldn't mix it. But that looked good, so it's good. Believe me, it'll be good in the end. You'll like it. You will like it. And this is supposed to be fun summer journal, right? So we're not doing anything serious here. It's not a serious journal. It can have serious stuff in it. You can write something serious in here. But really, it'll definitely cheer you up and be a happy, happy journal. Okay, so I'm going to put this right over to about there. And the fabric will cover it up nicely. So we'll cut that down. Okay. Right there. Okay. We have a nice sunny day today. It's really, and I'm off today, so it's nice to have a nice sunny day when I'm off. And look, I've got my blinds and my craft room open here, and let's see, these look like they're gonna fit. And I just want to see if they're too long. I'm just going to have barely a sliver, but that's really, I don't need too much of that outside original cover showing here. And on this side, about the same. Most of it's going to be covered up. Okay, let's glue this down. And we can get our fabric down. And then we can see it's shaping up here. Old, kind of really worn, who knows what year it's from. Cover this. There's an 81 right there. I wonder if it's from like, it looks older than that, but I guess it could be 81, but it really does look older than that. 81. I mean, 81's pretty old, I guess. So, but it just doesn't look more than older than 81. It looks like 50s or 60s or 40s or something. But anyway, whatever it is, it's an old kind of grungy, worn book, and we're turning it into something beautiful. I mean, I could have just thrown it in the trash, right? Nobody would know. But I didn't. Or I could have given it back to the thrift store. But I didn't. We're making it into something beautiful. Something very beautiful. Recycling, repurposing. Alright. I think I might have this a little too wide. I might have to cut. Oh, maybe not though. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to put this down and see how it folds, and if I have to cut a little strip off of paper there, I will. So I don't want it to get in the way of the book folding properly, you know, like the cover closing properly. So I think I might have made it a little bit too wide, but that is really pretty. Gorgeous. And see, this one is a little bit, yeah, this one's a sliver less wide. So let me make sure before I put this one down that it's not too wide. I was trying to make it wide enough. I think, well, the fold is right. Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in a minute. This one, I don't think it's going to be in the way, but see, the fabric is going to go. I have plenty of fabric to cover. So if I cut off a sliver here, it won't matter. It's going to be covered up anyway. So while I have this off, well, it's easier to cut off a sliver. I'm going to cut off a sliver because the other side's not going to be easy. That easy to cut off a sliver, I don't think. We'll see. I've never done that. I don't think I've ever done that before. Cut off a sliver after it's down. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. Yeah, this is how it should be. Okay, let me see what kind of glue I got going on here. Nope, we're okay. Alright, so I'm going to put glue on here. So I don't put too much glue on there. This is nice thick cardstock too. It's very sturdy and thick. That one by Recollections that I showed you. The one that's called Capri. I showed you in the first video. Alright, that should be enough glue. Let me just get the corners and the edges, make sure they have enough to be stuck down forever. Okay. Alright. Moving it around, getting it in the right place, permanent place before it's doesn't want to move anymore. So yeah, that's what I did there. All right. So this one I need a little bit off. So I think I'm going to, let's see, I think I'm going to grab my little cutting board here. I can see. See, I didn't push it down over here because I could see, like, yeah, I think I'm going to have to cut a little bit off. So we'll do this. I got my little cutting board under the edge there. Like I said, I've never done this before, but, you know, a lot of times we just figure things out while we're doing it. So I'm going to cut off that little strip. So I've got my cutting board under there to protect my spine. Then I've got this little ruler here. I'm going to put it right on where I want to cut with my X-Acto knife. I'm going to make sure this is nice and tight here. And this is straight as I can make it. Okay. Now get my ruler on there. And I'm going to cut off this strip. Just as easy as that, right? We'll see how it goes. Let's see if it's hard or easy. Okay. I got to really hold my ruler down tight. And be careful, don't, if you ever try this, don't get your fingers in the way. You know, X-Acto knives can be pretty sharp, or usually are pretty sharp. And I don't want to move my ruler. Alright. Just want to make sure I got through the paper here. Let's see. Let's see if it's all loose. A little bit more cutting here. Let's see if it's, oh no, okay. Do it again. I'm pushing down hard, but I probably used the point too much, and I need to really put the blade down flat and let it do its thing and let it cut instead of trying to do it all with the point, because that's how I take a book page out of a book. Usually I do it like that with the point, and it usually comes out. All right, let me see. Let me just move this for a second, see if it's actually loose or what. Oh, it is. It's cut. Okay, it's mostly cut. See, this is going to be covered up anyway. I just didn't want that paper in the fold because it would just cause it to bulk there and get in the way. See, there we go. Perfect. This is exactly what I needed to get off there. It worked very well. Now let me see if I need any more glue under there. A little bit of glue here, right here on the edge. Here, I lift it up, you know, So by the time I lifted it up and cut off that piece, that glue was all dry under there, and not going to hold it down anymore. Let's see anymore. Gonna get my fingernail under there really. A little bit right down here. Okay. The corners. And then we'll do the fabric here real quick. Let's get a little bit of glue under here. Okay, it's lifting up for me. All right. Let me see if I'm getting some glue. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot of glue under there. Okay, we gotta glue down this fabric anyway, so, oops. So all that glue will go, the extra glue will be used for the fabric out here. Okay, I'll just smear it out here. I gotta get my glue spreader out here now. Okay, so here's my fabric. I like to start on the outside, but I think I got this glue in here, so I think I'm going to start on the inside. So let's go ahead and put some glue down here. Clean this nozzle off a little bit, but I'm not going to do it right now. Sorry if I'm shaking the table, I'll try not to. Okay, I'm getting right out to the edge of where the paper is, and then I'll put more on under the edges of the fabric after I get it down. So let me get my glue spreader. I really don't have to worry about seeing glue through this fabric since this is a pretty thick fabric, but I want to go ahead and spread this out a little bit anyway, so we can get equal coverage under the fabric, and it'll be all nice and flatly glued down type of thing. So I'm going to start here because I'm going to fold it around the top and come up. And hopefully this will all work out, because I like to do the outside first because I can usually... Okay, I'm going to just put it lightly in case I need to pull it off. I'm such a chicken. Okay, let's see how it's going to fold around now. See if it's going to fold around properly. Ooh, it is. Look at that. Orange is upright. We got it going on. We got it going on today. Wow, we are doing good. Okay, so I can kind of smash that down underneath there. All right, we are doing good. We'll get the edges in a minute and the inside. I'll just go ahead and get this now. So exciting, it's all coming together. All right. I'm getting in my grooves, getting out to the edges, getting up to the top edge, bottom edge, all over. Okay, smearing it out. And we're going to put it down. See, isn't that green and white pretty on both of these papers? Beside both of these papers. There's a few strings on here if you're seeing that. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but there's a couple of strings here I'll get off later. But let me just straighten this and straighten this. Try to make it all... Gonna get all these lines and checks straight here. It's like, that could really make you dizzy if you're not careful. You don't have it right, especially if you're OCD. Okay, I think we got it. We got it good. Now I'm going to fold this up a little bit. So I'm going to cut this extra piece off. It's going to overlap here just a tiny bit, I think. Maybe I'll cut it right here at the top of this dark green check. I could cut it off more, but we're going to see how this looks. Right here. So I think, that'll be good. I just thinking I should cut it off more. See, I don't really need that much, but I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, that looks good actually. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Try to get some of these little string pieces off here so we don't glue those into our spine. All right, let me move this up so you can see. All right, so I'm going to glue right down here. This part we didn't put any glue on yet. I can go right out to there because now I know where my my fabric is, and I need to overlap it a little bit, so about right up to here, a little bit on the fabric itself. And I'm going to put Let me go ahead and put some under here too. This edge, I didn't put any out here because I said I would do that later after we got that middle part done. Well, let's get it under here. I'm going to glue this all down at one time. Got a blue string on here. Let me wipe that off and not get carried away. Alright, so I just wanted to press these down before I put this up. So I'm trying to be careful. I got a little glue on my fingers. I don't want to get glue on the, I don't want to get glue everywhere. So, alright, the edges are down. Now let's bring this up. Doesn't it look beautiful? I love it. Alright. Yeah, there's definitely some strings on here. You can, maybe you can see them, I don't know, but little pieces that, yeah, kind of getting them off. I'll get them off better later if there's any left on here, but let's make sure the edges are down. And then we'll check the outside edges. A little bit more here. That edge is down there. Like you don't have to have, I've said this before, you don't, it's almost like you don't really have to have your edges like solidly glued down because they're not going anywhere, you know what I mean? But I want to make sure that they're mostly glued down at least. Like they're not going anywhere. It's all glued down. So if you have the very edge not glued down, it's like, it's not going anywhere. If you know what I mean. It is not going anywhere. A little bit under here. And let's check this. Yeah, this is pretty solid over here. I must have put more glue over here. Yeah, that's all solid. Okay. I can't even pick it up. Okay. Now I just want to push it down into the groove a little bit here. I just don't want that popping up. You know what I mean? I don't want it popping up when you bend it. I don't want it to pop out or anything. So I want to just make sure that it's down in there, in the groove. Kind of getting glued down. And now we're going to check the outside. It's upright at the moment. And it definitely needs some glue under here. Yeah, I think I would worry more about the outside edges being glued down than the inside. You really, especially this much, you don't want to leave that much unglued. And again, I just did the inside, and I always come back and get the edges. You know what I mean? You want to get it centralized and in the right spot, and then you can worry about tacking down the edges. Get my glue strings off. Okay, that feels like it's probably going out to the edge. Okay, let's see. A little bit right here. A bit more right here. I just don't want it to put too much either, so that's why I kind of do a little bit at a time. So I don't just have glue going everywhere. You don't want that either. Rather do a little bit at a time and have it where I need it than where I don't need it. Okay. Alright, and while I'm doing this, let me see how my grooves are doing before they get all permanently dried. Let's see, where's this one? Right here. Oh, right there. I know it goes the other way, but I still want it. I don't want anything puckering. So I just want to make sure it's all flat. Okay. Get this side. And then we'll be done. We'll see what it looks like. Let me get the glue on my fingers so I don't get glue everywhere. Just a second. All right. I'll glue down except for right here. A little bit of glue right there. Well, you know what this means. I went in a different direction than what I planned. My lemon journal. I didn't use any of my lemon fabric, so now I'm going to have to make a fabric journal. Because I must use some of that lemon fabric, right? So many pretty pieces. And they all coordinate, so I'm definitely going to have to make another one, an all fabric one. But I couldn't resist using one of my book pages and some of this, and this right here, it just said, use me, make a summer fruit journal. All right, so this is what it looks like. So far, I think so good. Let me just get the glue off my fingers and let that dry for a minute before I move it around anymore. Okay, so pretty. I'll get all the strings off. But that old book cover is now a beautiful summer fruit journal cover. And on the outside, you don't see really any of the old. You see it on the edges, but it doesn't look bad or anything like here. You know, right here it looks a little worn, but not like it's going to come apart or anything. Really, this doesn't look bad at all. I could paint this. I might do that, but I might not. I might just leave it because it just looks like a book cover. I mean, that's how it originally looked. It wasn't painted before. So, and then here's the inside. So here's the front cover so far. Like I said, I'm going to look for a piece to go here. Maybe in all the cut aparts. I think something that says it has a word on it would look really cool there. Whatever. And then we'll, here's the inside. Very beautiful. We'll put some pockets in here. Look at the gold stripe here. I just now saw that. Really pretty. Gorgeous. So this is going to be cute. All right, I think we're done for today. I hope you enjoyed the start of this new one. I'm loving it. And I'll see you in my next video. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you later.